My name's a Chippy Runner. This is a long-term review of a Asics Metaspeed Sky Edge Paris. Think it's the Paris, could be the Edge. They've got red soles. I've done 350 miles in them, and this is a long-term shoe review. Let's go. As I have said on my last review, and I'll get rid of one of these, of the Super Blast 2, I am not a professional shoe reviewer. It doesn't interest me in the slightest. I don't care about the type of foam, the upper, the lacing, the midsole, the carbon, the rods, the blah. Not interested. I'm a simple man. The three things I look for is it built to last? How did it perform? And am I sticking or twisting? They're the three questions. Let's get into it. Is it built to last? Now, this shoe cost me 220 quid. So, for me, for 200 quid, I ain't buying a shoe that's going to run one marathon and me chuck in the bin. That is the fastest way to piss the missus off. I don't want that. Nobody needs that. So for me, is it built to last? I reckon a carbon shoe should last the season. Well looked after. Used for sessions and used when appropriate on the build up to a marathon. But I believe when we talk about is it built to last, this thing should last a couple of marathons, maybe a full season, and still have something about it. Now, there's people out there that'll buy a carbon shoe for the beginning of the marathon, keep it all the way through, and bin it at the end of the year. I like that. I like that approach and I value it. I use this shoe for Chester, and I used it in the train runs. I used it for the tempo. I used it for threshold, and I wanted my body to get used to this shoe. So when I say is it built to last, this shoe has done 350 miles. 560 plus K. I have used it for Chester. I have used Chester Marathon, sorry. I have used it for a half marathon, and I have used it exclusively on the build to Valencia. And then I got a new pair to race Valencia. So this shoe, for me, and I'm going to just quickly go through on the carrot, has done 560 K or 350 miles. I'm going to quickly show you around the outside, the front, let's agree, it looks pretty good. Now, when we go to the sole, it's a little bit shiny. I'd say if we're going to compare it to the newer shoe, you have a little bit more grip, but to be frank, it's held in quite well. On the back, you have wear, and this white section here, for me, has taken a bit of a beating. But as the shoe goes, it's got a little hole at the back, which you can't see. The laces are absolutely immaculate. There's no tears, there's no rips, there's no sign of really 350 miles. So, is it built to last? I would say Asics, congratulations, you have built this thing to last. Now, question 2. How does this Asics Metaspeed Paris with a red sole perform? When I put the Vaporfly on for the first time, I actually rang my wife whilst running to say, wow, I'm Eliud Kipchoge. I don't think I'm going to be coming home because I'm going to turn professional. When I put this on, it didn't do that. It made me feel like, wow, my Achilles and my calves are going to allow me to walk down the stairs tomorrow, and it's so light, it's so fast, and it performs. But is it as fast as the Vaporfly 3, the Alphafly, the Sauconys, the Adidas? I don't know. I've only got to compare it against the Vaporfly 3. Now for me, with an Achilles problem and a few ankle issues, I needed a shoe that felt like a shoe. Felt like a trainer that would give me stability, that was light, that was going to give me some carbon feeling. But against the Vaporfly, this shoe feels supportive, feels like it's not going to rip my Achilles apart, and it is fast. So how does it perform? I would say this shoe performs like a trainer should do, with a carbon plate through the middle of it to give you that confidence, that speed, but it doesn't blow your legs apart wanting to stop. Where for me, the Vaporfly 3 is an absolute Ferrari. But when those things go wrong and it's expensive. And that equals an injury, a rest, a problem. So for me, this shoe allowed me to perform my first ever sub-3 marathon. It gave me speed, it gave me confidence, it allowed me to train consistently when I wore them. I ran 35, 36K sessions in them. I did 10K, I did a half marathon. I ran 2 or 3 PBs in it, and it allowed me to feel on race day that I could go the full 42. So for me, how did it perform? It performed amazing. Is the fastest shoes out there? Who knows? Potentially. All I can tell you is against the Vaporfly, this feels solid, stable, and allows me to walk the next day. The Vaporfly 3 is faster, less stable, and absolutely blows my calves apart. You tell me which one you'd want to be in. But for me, this performs. Finally, sticking or switching? I've got to be honest. I'm a Nike fanboy. I have shares in Nike, I love Nike, and I want to wear the Vaporfly 3 black on black in Manchester with the saw kit, look sexy, break 250, and everything will be perfect. But every time I wear the Vaporfly 3, it blows my calf up, it hurts, the next day I can't walk down the stairs, and this little thing in the corner is going, what about me? This one got me to sub-3 in Chester. This one, Black Soul, got me to sub-3 in Valencia. So why am I thinking about switching? Asics have got a new colourway coming out. I think it's like a teal, and I think there's a white and pink. Why would I want to leave a shoe that performs? Marketing. This shoe has to stay on my foot. I cannot switch. Call me an Asics fanboy, but it does everything physically a carbon shoe should do, and some. It's robust, it delivers, it's fast, it's so light, and for me, if we can sort this dodgy colourway, traffic cone design out, it's a winner. But forget the colour, forget the whole garish nature of it, it's a winner. It's got me to 2 sub-3s, it's got me a PB over 10k, 5k and the half, and how the hell can I switch from that? So hit me up in the comments, what do you think about the Metaspeed? Do you believe that the Vaporfly and the Alphafly are the fastest? Are there other alternatives out there, the Adidas, the Saucony? Some people love the new Pumas. For me, it's about finding something that can allow you to consistently run week after week, session after session, without breaking down. And for me, the Chippy Runner, the Asics Metaspeed does it. Now, last week I did a review on the Superblast 2. The shoe rotation wasn't a rotation. It was a Superblast 2, the Superblast 2, or the Superblast 2. Added with this, and that was that. Coming forward now, I am realizing there may need to be a space for a recovery shoe going forward, but that's for another review. I've been the Chippy Runner. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you watching. The Manchester series is out. The sub 250 vlog, where I literally put my whole week's training, blood, guts, glory, tears, moaning, groaning, the odd smile, happy session. Please go and have a look at those. Tell me what you think in the comments, and anything you want to see going forward with 100, 120, 30k weeks, with 10 chip shops, 3 kids. I'll try my best to stick it in a video. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.